Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Chiz or Goo or Mouse. My pronouns are they, them, and I do things on here sometimes. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how I did these two DIYs. So how I made these shorts from these boxers and how I made the skirt from these shorts. Dude, this skirt is like my magnum opus, bro. It's my greatest work. I love this skirt so much. I also just have one quick announcement. If you're interested, we have the Discord. I'll pin the link to the Discord in the top comment, and I'll also put it in the description. But I know the code expires after 1 week and I always forget to update it. So if you're watching this a little bit too late, just reply in the comments and I'll send the link again, all right? Okay, awesome. Now without further ado, let's get into the video. The first very easy DIY is going to be involving only elastic and a pair of boxer shorts. I thrifted these. They're pretty loose fitting, so I'm going to use the elastic, measure it on my body. No need for measuring tape, right? The good thing about plaid is that it has lines, so I can sew everything in pretty much a straight line because it's outlined for me, and I can make it evenly spaced. I decided I'm going to do every two, so I'm going to skip this one, put elastic here, skip this one, put elastic here, and so on. As I'm editing this video, knowing the results that I had, I do not recommend doing what I am doing here. I am measuring it on my body, but here's the thing that I don't recommend is stretching out the elastic a little bit while you're measuring it on your body. It ended up looking weird and skewed because some of it was uneven because I didn't really know how much to stretch out the elastic, which is something I didn't really account for. And it was kind of like tightish in different places. So I recommend going with the elastic straight up how it goes around your body and not stretching it out like I'm doing here. But even if you do, it's okay because these are like $2 shorts and it's DIY, and the point of DIY is to make mistakes, learn from them, and make a unique item. So I don't regret doing this. So how I normally pin elastic is I pin at the midpoint and the edges. So I fold the elastic in two and I pin that midpoint to the midpoint of my garment. And then I pin the two edges of the elastic to the other midpoint. I'm doing air quotes. Another tip, I guess, is to use safety pins for elastic. Although this may be intuitive to some people, it wasn't to me. I was using regular pins at first. I almost made a really stupid mistake. I'm supposed to turn the garment inside out. So I'm gonna do that, repin, and sew. I can't believe I was watching F is for Family at this time. This was like a month ago. So, it didn't end up being in a straight line because I was not being super duper smart, and I didn't realize that the plaid is not the same all the way through. So I'm going to just take this off, draw straight lines, and mark it by distance. So as you can see, I'm going in with my ruler and I'm marking, I think I did 3 inches from the waistband, and then I kept doing 3 inches from the line I drew after that. Over the course of this project, I cannot even tell you the amount of times that I seam ripped and had to redo. I don't know what was going on. I thought this project would be way easier. Even more annoying, the amount of times that I wanted to seam rip one and I ended up seam ripping the wrong one. Oh my gosh, I think that happened twice, but that was still too many times. Let's just say there's a reason this is a DIY with me and not a tutorial. Okay, little update. This is how it's going so far. I think it looks a little bit weird over here. I think I used too little elastic, and so it's I have a plan of action and I really want to finish this today. I'm getting rid of the second tier. I'm going to fold over the waistband like this, and then I'm going to fix this one and then add that one. So a few more things to do, but not undoable. After some more sewing, these were the results. They actually turned out okay. I would like to attempt this again, and honestly I can take the elastic off of these shorts and try again with these same shorts, or I could get different ones. It does look kind of weird from the back, and I wore them and they keep like riding up as I walk, so that was kind of uncomfortable. I kept having to pull them down. I'm still posting for two reasons though. One, for it to serve as a source of inspiration, because this is not a tutorial, this is like ideas for DIY. And also to show that things don't always work out the way that you planned, and that's okay. This is a very ambitious DIY, but I believe I can do it. So I am trying to make a layered like skirt from these shorts that are pretty oversized. The main part of the shorts that I want is the waistband and like the body of it, so I can attach the layers to it. These are all the fabrics I'm going to be using for the skirt bit. This is old PJs. These are pants that don't fit me anymore. These are also old PJs. I already used some of it for another project. And this is actual fabric, so this one's gonna be easy. First order of business, dye. Okay, for now I'm going to cut off the waistband and a little bit of the short just so I can fully submerge it in the dye and not like waste the dye, because I'm only dyeing like such a small part of it. Then I take some boiling hot water, or boiled hot water. I put like some salt in it, a drop of like dish soap. I think that counts as a drop. And then I put the dye. Should mix it together with like a plastic spoon or fork or something. I'm just gonna drop it in here and make sure it gets saturated. I'm just using a knitting stick, I think it's called, to move it around. And honestly, I might add something else to the bath so it doesn't go to waste. Okay, this is the color that it turned out. It's completely dry now, and compared to how it was before, I think it's gonna do what I need it to do. So what I'm gonna do now is reattach these. I know it may seem kind of stupid, but I am trusting the process and the vision that I have in my head. This is honestly, I think, gonna be the hardest bit. I'm just gonna go for it because I don't really know. Chat, it was at this point where I started to question everything. This took so long. I think it took almost an hour to do this. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I was full of regret. After that ordeal was over, I started making rectangular strips of my fabric, which was really easy to do because I could just follow the lines on the fabric instead of having to measure and draw with chalk and stuff. So I really liked working with plaid for this project, or anything that has lines. Okay, so these are the fabrics. This is the pocket. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. So our next course of action is to gather all this, and I'm going to be using elastic because I'm lazy. What I'm really glad I did for this project was beforehand I wound hella bobbins. Wind as many as you think you'll need, and then wind one more. This is what the base is looking like right now. So the plan is to use some of this elastic that I got. I have a bunch of it. There's more. I have a bunch. I'm going to scrunch up the fabric with the elastic, and once it's all scrunched up, we will go from there because I'm not really sure how this is gonna go. For the elastic, I at first tried to measure and do math, and as somebody who loves math, it was breaking my brain a little bit. So what I decided to do was to stretch out the elastic as far as it would go so that every single piece looked consistent. And so doing that, I think I saved a lot of elastic as well, and it just made everything look cohesive. As you can see, I am just attaching the elastic. I'm stretching it out, and I'm using a zigzag stitch, and I'm attaching it to the back side of the fabric. This is actually incredibly time consuming. Like, I've been doing this for the past like 2 hours, which I guess isn't that much time, but it's kind of a lot of time. Good thing I wound a bunch of bobbins like in the process, but food break. Okay, this is what I have to work with. I think this is more than enough, so I'm going to start pinning it to the skirt while I wear it. This was by far the funnest bit, like the moment I have been waiting for ever since I thought of this project, like literally like probably 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. Okay, this is what I ended up with. It has all the pins in it, and the back is not completely done. I have some pieces I want to add to it, but I just want to get this sewed on first and then add some finishing touches. But we are almost there. It's just time to sew stuff down. So we're switching to straight stitch and we're going. These are the results, as you've seen a little bit. Like, it is so cute. Notice how I made it a little bit longer in the back. It's so perfect. It's everything I could have imagined and then some. I love this thing so much. But that's the end of the video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support that I get here on the channel. Even when I don't post a lot, I hit 17K. Like, you guys are so supportive even though I don't post that much, and I really appreciate everyone being patient with me. I know that a lot of people don't care, which is why I put this at the end, because I know the true supporters are out here watching right now. But anyways, that's it from me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one, which will be soon. All right, bye.